Hello and welcome to my first ever weekend vlog. I'm so excited to be vlogging. I have to say, I have tried to do this before. I tried to do a week vlog, a whole week, before even trying like a day in the life. And needless to say, it's not on my channel. But I thought this would be a really good start. And I was actually watching another weekend vlog by a coach that I work with called Rebecca Hayden, and I absolutely loved it. I'll link it below because she's just brilliant. And I thought, you know what, this weekend will be a really good time and opportunity for me to take you along our crazy life as a working mum with a toddler, a 3-year-old toddler, and take you along our weekend. We've got some really fun things planned. It's been quite a testing week, and my little boy Carter, he's 3, so he's at nursery at the moment. It's Friday afternoon, and he's had quite an emotional week, bless him, for lots of different reasons. And as a parent, that obviously has a knock-on effect on your emotions. So yeah, we can both do with just like a weekend where we can switch off, have fun, just be completely present, and just switch off and just be with each other. So I'm really excited, and it's going to be a good one. One thing that I do like to do on a Friday while Carter's at nursery, or if I don't have time because I have a full-time day job too, then I tend to do this when Carter's been bathed and bed and he's asleep and we've had dinner. But this one thing that I do really sets me up for like the whole of the next day. And it will, when I tell you about it, you're gonna think, is that it? It's so simple, so easy, so straightforward. But honestly, sometimes I think the simple things we tend to ignore because we feel like it should feel a bit harder. But that one thing is I plan the night before. And I do this every day, but on a Friday I do it for the weekend. And I thought it'd be a really good time for me to just show you what I do. But I am all about simplicity. I'm just going to show you how I prepare for the weekend. So the first thing I do is I write the both days. So I've got Saturday and got Sunday. And I split it by 3 things. So I've got AM, PM, evening. And again for Saturday, AM, PM, evening. And I write if we've got any commitments like birthdays or things that we need to go to. Normally Carter has got football on a Saturday morning, but he doesn't because it's the summer holidays. So instead, Mark is taking Carter shopping, which means that I can be doing things like measuring out. My writing is so bad. Ingredients. So that's Saturday morning. So in between morning and afternoon you've got lunchtime, and lunchtime we are going to a family day at Carter's nursery. That's 11 till 2, but I know that we'll probably leave there about 1, so I'm going to say 11 till 1, and then we come home. And then in the afternoon, PM, Carter and Mummy baking because Mark is at football. Hopefully you can read this. And then Saturday evening, Carter bath bed. I don't think we've got anything going on. So Saturday evening probably a chill. Might see if we can watch a movie. I might have to find a movie that a 3-year-old will sit down on. At the moment he is loving Blippi and Mika videos on YouTube, so I'm sure that will be on course at the weekend. But outings as such, Mark is taking Carter shopping tomorrow, which means that I can measure out ingredients. We're baking tomorrow afternoon. We've got the fun day at the nursery. Mark is out, so I know that it's Carter and I on our own. So the next thing I do is I look at what I've got and I think, okay, what do I need to do? Or what do Mark and I need to do to make this happen? So Mark and Carter shopping just need to figure out the time, but there's nothing else that needs to happen. But what I need to do tonight is I need to get I should have got another notebook for this, but I need to get the recipe and ingredients for baking. I always asterisk it in circle when I know I need to do something. I don't know why. I don't know if I was taught that. I don't know if any of you were taught that too. So that's what I'm going to do while they're out shopping. We're going to the family day. So what we do need to do is we need to pack Carter lunch, because Carter normally has his lunch around 11:30. He used to have it later at home, but we matched the routine that he does at nursery, and it just makes sense to do that. So you can kind of see so far the things that I need to do, and it might sound silly, but when they're out shopping, I'm just going to do things like get showered and get dressed and straighten my hair. I might actually ask my sister to straighten my hair for me tonight. She's staying with us at the moment, and she's lovely, so she might do it for me. But you can see how you kind of take your plans and you work backwards and figure out, okay, so if I was to literally just walk in that room, or if I was literally just to walk to the car with Carter to go to this nursery thing tomorrow, what do we need? So I do need to have his lunch, and you need to take a bag of like socks, underpants, trousers, things like that we take with us, and his food. And that is that. So Saturday afternoon, Mark goes to the football. We're going to do baking. The ingredients would have been measured. The recipe, I will know exactly what it will be, so I will put that on my iPad. And the evening is basically have dinner around 5. And then I'm thinking, you can tell I'm thinking as I'm talking, we have dinner around 5-ish, and then we do bath time and bedtime around 7, and then Carter will be in bed at 7:30, and then Mark might be home from football, I don't know. So that is Saturday. Sunday, Carter and I go into the tea rooms and go to the playground. So he normally has breakfast around 7 latest, I would say. I think the tea rooms opens at 8:30. So I think what I'll do is I will leave so that we're home for lunch at 11:30. I think I'm going to leave at 9:30. Leave at 9:30. So we'll need a snacks for Carter and his bag. That's all we'll need. And then afterwards, what you're going to do is you're going to take this and you're just going to create a tiny little checklist for yourself. This is basically getting everything out of your head onto a piece of paper, and then the list that you keep is the next thing that we're going to do, which is literally what I've written here, but a tidier version. So that's what we are going to do next.
I don't think we got enough time to sort out all the fights, to sort out all the lies. Oh baby, yeah. There was a part of me that knew that, and still I'm caught by surprise. I thought you'd always be mine. I guess our dreams fell asleep. There's no passion in the comatose. Baby going down, 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 down. Baby going down, 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 down. Tried so hard to stay afloat. Yeah, we keep moving like the river goes. Baby going down, 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 down. Yeah. And I thought it's time I'm letting you
We've ended up
go. This time I know
with the list that I showed you. So I've done Saturday AM, PM, evening, Sunday AM, PM, evening. I've written down the things that we are doing, and I've done a tick box of what I need to do to make that happen. And on the right hand side, I've put the day that I need to do it. If you find that you've got a massive long list, especially when you're doing it for longer than one day, take it day by day. And if it's still too much, then just think about, okay, so if I wasn't at home all day today, what do I need to have with me? Whether it be on you, whether it be in a bag, whether it be in the car, because you've obviously got a boot so you can store things. So there will be things that you can do, but if you find that this exercise gets quite tricky, gets quite overwhelming, then take it back as much as you possibly can. And yeah, just do it in like bite-sized chunks. As long as you know where you're going, what you're doing, what you're eating, what everyone's eating, and when you go out, for us, as long as we've got snacks for Carter, drink for Carter, and a change of clothes in his bag, like everything else is fine. Everything else is workable. Even if you forget something, like even if we go out and we forget to pack a drink for Carter, we can go to the shop and buy a bottle of water. So that is what, yeah, that's just how easy it does get to be. And until you do it, until you try this, you're probably thinking, that's just too simple, it won't work. But honestly, just by doing this, just by taking the time to do this, get everything out of your head and then write up a tidy list, this is what's going to make me feel in control. I'm not going to feel too overwhelmed, and I can focus on what I want the weekend to be, which is just to be fun, to be chilled, just laid back, and just be present with Carter. Because like I said, we've both had quite a testing week this week, and so that is my focus. I don't plan to do any work, any of my day job, any of my business. I don't plan to do that. I plan to do this and obviously take you along with us. So I'm really excited for you to be joining us on this lovely weekend. Fingers crossed for really, really good weather. I also need to make sure that I charge my camera, because I do have a tendency to forget that, and charge my camera with a tick box, and I need to do that Saturday and tonight actually. No, I charged it today. I might charge it again tonight, Saturday and tonight. That's me. I will love you and leave you for now, and yeah, I will see you tomorrow for lots and lots of fun. Good morning, happy Saturday. Hope you are good. So, been a bit of a crazy start today. Morning didn't start how I planned it to. However, it's all good. I'm basically dressed for the day, apart from my hair. Mark has just taken Carter out to the shops. Carter was a bit, I don't know, bit frustrated this morning, let's just say that. So they were meant to go out blackberry picking this morning and then go to the shops, but Carter said he didn't want to. So now that they are out, I have got, I think, an hour or so to basically get everything ready for the day. I did a lot last night, as you saw, with the prep that we did together. So I know what I need to do. So now I just need to do it, but I don't actually have loads. I've got my iPad out because I'm going to show you the recipe for the healthy oaty, I think chocolate chip or banana, I can't remember, but this healthier version, because Carter and I really love baking together. He's not too keen on vegetables, which I actually saw was it a YouTube short maybe? I can't remember, of a mum basically doing like a smoothie with their child, and the child enjoyed cutting up the vegetables as much as they were able to, obviously, and then putting them in the smoothie maker, zhuzhing it up, and they actually enjoyed drinking it. So whenever we put vegetables on his plate, he always leaves them, but the health visitor said continue to put them on his plate, because the more he sees them, the more likely he is to eventually eat it. So he doesn't eat vegetables at home when they're separated on a plate, but apparently in nursery he eats everything. He eats everything, all types of vegetables. He loves fruit at home. It's just vegetables that we struggle with. So we're just looking at ways that we can bring vegetables into his diet, which we do already. So for example, we do things like zhuzhing it up in a tomato sauce, because he loves pasta, and different ways that we do it. We do like vegetable fish fingers, but vegetable fingers. So we're trying to do that. So I'm going to try a smoothie like that with him either this afternoon or tomorrow. But this afternoon we are doing this baking, and I found this healthier version that I'll link below, and put a little screen recording on the screen for you, because she did a YouTube video and it actually looks quite simple. So that's what we're going to do. So I am going to measure out the ingredients so that when it does come to us ready to bake this afternoon, everything is in pots. All we need to do is I'll show Carter what we need to do, which is literally pick up the flour, put it in the bowl, mix it up, that kind of stuff, because he loves doing it himself and I love doing it with him. So that's what we are going to do. So I'm going to stop talking because time is ticking, and I'm going to get this stuff ready.
You're like a circle that floats around me, keeping me safe and sound. And when I fall, you tied a rope to me. You're blessing me every day. I was down with an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings, but now I shine with your reflection on me. I'm getting back up on my feet. That you showed up was written in my palm. You are a statement, explode like a bomb. I get to push myself to victory. You make me winner. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You showed me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day.
one of the reasons why I know my last attempt at a vlog didn't make it on here was because, in all honesty, the editing I currently find quite overwhelming, because I look at other people on YouTube and I'm like, their editing is just spot on, their transitions, just all of it is so good. And I know that practice makes perfect. The more we do something consistently, the better we'll get. And so I just feel in my heart now is the time just to create something that I love, create something that I feel would show you what our life is like the real stuff, not the sugarcoating, not the aesthetically pleasing content, but just the real life. And so I've made this pact that, yeah, I will create what I'll do my best, basically. And I know that over time the editing is something that I will get better at, as well as the recording, as well as putting it all together and making it seem seamless. And so I've decided that, look at what other people were doing, and I feel like it's a lesson for all of us. Look at what other people were doing and find inspiration from that. Get inspiration, feel motivated from that, but not do it in a case of, well, they edited it this way, they create this many videos, they do this, because our lives might be different. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through yesterday's videos and edit them with the time that I do have. And what I really want to do is, when Carter's in bed tonight, because I don't have too much planned, to be honest. I would have eaten already. Mark will be at the football, so Carter and I will eat together, or I'll eat with him. And yeah, I really want to get today's videos edited. So that's what I'm going to do with the time that I have now. And then we are off to Carter's nursery. They've got a summer family fun day, which will be so much fun. It's from 11 till 2. So we're just going to see how far it goes. I need to sort my hair out, but I actually love these hairbands. I think I got them from Primark or something. But my sister's going to straighten my hair for me later, so that will be lovely. And yeah, so I will stop talking, or stop rambling now, get on with my editing, and yeah, I'll probably speak to you after we get home from nursery.
I know it's nothing new, but it's so good to see you. We do this every day, and I'm still so amazed by you. So hold me tight through the night. It's just us two, me and you. Oh, 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 I can't believe you love me. Oh, 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 I just feel so lucky. Oh, 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 still can't believe you love me. I hope it never ends, this being more than friends, yeah. You know I'm here to stay every single day, yeah. So hold me tight through the night. It's just us two, me and you. Oh, oh, oh,
you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy. Or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Before you turn away, I just want you to know that I didn't throw your stuff away. Before you make up your mind that I'm nowhere to find, I'm standing right here. I know that I told you we're over. I swear that I'm sober. Just listen, I miss you. And I know that I said all these things, but now when you're with her, I can see that you miss me. Would you stay till the morning light? Or would you follow me? Or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy. Or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Till the morning light. Till the morning light. Till the morning light, yeah. Till the morning light. Till the morning light. Till the morning light, yeah. Maybe I'm just too weak. Maybe I'm just afraid of being alone. Well, I don't care, 'cause right now I feel the love that we said we would burn. Oh, I know that you feel it too. I know that I told you we're over. I swear that I'm sober. Just listen, I miss you. And I know that I said all these things, but now when you're with her, I can see that you miss me. Would you stay till the morning light? Or would you follow me? Or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy. Or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Stay till the morning light. Or would you follow me? Or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy. Or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Would you stay till the morning light? Or would you follow me? Or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy. Or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Till the morning light. Till the morning light. Till the morning light.
And there we have it. We are at the end of my very first weekend vlog. If you have stayed to this point, thank you so much for being so patient. I hope that you have enjoyed it. As I said at the beginning of this vlog, this is my very first one. And so as I've gone over this weekend, filmed it, edited it, I really started to see things that I want to do more of and things that I want to and probably need to do less of. I had so much content, so much content. The majority probably didn't even make it into this vlog, but I've learned that it's better to overdo it, as in record maybe too much rather than not have enough, and then you're left with wanting, or you're left with thinking, this just does not work, there's just not enough in there. So I've definitely enjoyed it, definitely learned a lot, had a really lovely weekend with Carter. Really enjoyed the baking yesterday. Needless to say, we did have a cookie with our breakfast this morning, but they feel, because they've got oats in them, they do feel better. They do feel a more healthier option. Obviously I did have the pancakes this morning, which was delicious, but we don't do that every weekend, so I'm just going with the flow. And I weighed myself this morning. This is week 3 of my weighing with my new healthier and abundant me phase that I'm in right now, and I lost a little bit more weight, which was so cool. So it's just really nice to see the results starting to come through. So we're now at Sunday lunchtime. I'm about to sort this out behind me, and then we're gonna have some lunch, going out for a walk this afternoon, and then get ready for the week ahead. But thank you so much for being here. I can't wait to see you in the next video, and I wish you an amazing weekend, or whatever day you are on that you're watching it. See you soon.